On April 1, 1998, a heavy atmosphere hung over the city of São Vicente. Pedro, an amateur cameraman, decided to capture the April Fool's Day festivities for his YouTube channel, unaware that he was about to enter a territory haunted by dark secrets. During the day, Pedro noticed that the locals were acting strangely. Their smiles were forced, and their gazes avoided eye contact. The April Fool's jokes seemed to have a sharp edge, as if they carried a sinister meaning. As he interviewed the inhabitants, Pedro noticed a pattern in their answers, evasive, full of half-words and nervous glances towards the shadows. As the sun set, the town plunged into darkness. Pedro decided to follow the trail of a local legend that led him to the abandoned park on the outskirts of town. The vegetation had swallowed up the rusty toys and broken benches, creating a desolate landscape. The wind whistled through the branches of the trees, as if whispering warnings to the nocturnal intruder. As Peter walked deeper into the park, he felt watched. An icy sensation crawled up his spine, but he pressed on, his camera recording every faltering step. That's when he spotted the childish figure standing in the distance. The girl was motionless, illuminated by the moonlight. Her eyes were large and dark, reflecting a deep sadness. Pedro called out to her, but only a heavy silence answered. Before he could approach, the girl disappeared into the shadows, leaving behind a sense of despair. Determined to unravel the mystery, Peter entered an ivy-covered hut that stood alone in the park. The interior was a labyrinth of dancing shadows. Lit candles appeared mysteriously all around him, casting ghostly lights on walls covered in indecipherable inscriptions. In the center of the hut, a broken doll rested on a pedestal, emitting an evil aura. Its eyes seemed to follow Peter as he approached. A childish giggle echoed in the room, getting louder and louder, as if multiple voices were joining in a macabre cacophony. Then the candles suddenly went out. Peter found himself surrounded by absolute darkness. The walls of the hut seemed to move, creaking like broken bones. The air was impregnated with a metallic smell of blood. A gasp resounded in his ears, not his own, but something closer, more sinister. In a last desperate effort, Pedro switched on his flashlight. The beam of light revealed only the broken doll on the floor, its deformed smile seeming to widen into a devilish grin. And then the childish laughter filled the surrounding space again. The video found weeks later showed only distorted images and distant sounds of Pedro screaming for help. Since that fateful night, no one has ventured into São Vicente's abandoned park again, and the 1st of April has become a date of mourning and fear for the city's inhabitants.